Fantastic. All right, good evening to you all once again. Today, the topic I have selected, which is one of the trendy topic nowadays we see, is podcasting and how we can master and even crush podcasting. So they say podcasts are music for the mind. They say as well, podcasts are to the radio as Netflix to the cable. So today I will discuss with you how you can start your own podcast. So they say podcasts inspire conversation, and while blogs provoke thoughts. Podcasts also help to build brand recognition, authority, and trust among consumers. Let me take you step by step how you can start your own podcast. So, how do you create your podcast? First of all, before you start creating the podcast, you need to select what is the topic. What is the topic close to your heart you would like to discuss on the podcast? You need to give it a name and select a category. Which category you would like? Is it business, self-development, food? There's so many categories. And then you need to identify who's your listener. Is it entrepreneurs? Is it people looking at personal growth? Is it moms? Is it business people? So you need to identify the listener. And then you choose what is the format and what is the frequency of your podcast. Then come the most important things and challenging one. You need to select what is the hardware you need to do you need to select in order to start the podcast, as well as the software needed. Now, to select the topic of the podcast, you need to create a list. And the list, you need to look at what you're curious about. You know, the area your curiosity failed on. So that's the area of the curiosity you need to look at. Okay. Another thing, what you need to look at, the areas of your expertise, which is very important. So you need to list what is your expertise, what is your curiosity. The cross point, this is your zone of fire. This is your passion area you need to focus on. Okay, let me clear. And then, okay, now let's move to the most important part, is what is the hardware you need to look at, the microphone. So some of the examples is like we can get a Logitech as a headset or ATR as a microphone, and there is another advanced microphone from Hell. And some of my close friend, he started his own podcast and he select another brand called Blue Yeti. So that's another great brand on the microphone side. Software, you have a multiple. If you Adobe, you can go to Mac and PC environment. So Adobe Audition, and you have Audacity. This is for the Windows user, and GarageBand. This is built in with your Mac environment. Now, when you interview your guest, you can use either Skype or Zoom, which we're using it right now. Move on. How to launch your broadcast? Now we need to select the artwork. You need to find your podcast host. Podcast host is where you host when you record your podcast. Is the place you can host the web. In the web, you need where to host your recording. There is some companies like SoundCloud, Buzzsprout, or Listen. There is a lot of podcast hosts. And after you record your podcast and host it, now you need to list it or submit it to the major directories. I'm sure a lot of you using Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or TuneIn. Next, you need to find the guests for your show, people who share your same passion or your area of interest, and identify the topic of your shows. Move on, how to grow your podcast. So we need, what you can do, you can become a pro where you can get a people who's very well known for their topics. They will make your podcast well known, and you can maximize by describing the title and the description of the episodes, and then finding and recruiting your ideal listener by using the social media. And finally, how to monetize the podcast. So podcast became a revenue generating as well. So we can have a lot of sponsorship, affiliate marketing, or you can create your offering. Just to mention affiliate marketing, you will notice a lot of podcasts promoting Audible. For example, if I promote Audible and one of the listeners subscribe to Audible, for each and every listener, you can get $32. Just imagine. And just to give you a glimpse, the number of the people who's listening to podcasts in UAE, specifically, we have around 1.3 million listeners to podcasts. 76% of the people living in the UAE, they're familiar with podcasting. So to finish, I would like to mention that starting podcast is not for everyone. But if you were ready to take the leap, creating your own podcast will take things to the next level. Very few of your competitors are probably doing that. So it will really take you to the next level, make you as a leader shine as in your chosen field. So if you need any help with your podcasting, please, you can reach out. I can give you nice tips, or I can share with you this presentation. Thank you very much. Toastmaster of the evening, back to you. Thank you.